Real quick, nothing too crazy. Tap in real quick, you know what I'm saying? It's popping, man. There's a lot of people, man. I had a lot of questions and concerns yesterday, so. And then I was in the middle of explaining something that I completely cannot recall. But I'm like, man, let me tap in real quick, you know. Give these folks another little woot real quick, you know. You know, they cut me off instantaneously. They only giving a nigga a hour to go live, so I know it was a whole lot of questions yesterday. So I just want to tap in real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just want to tap in real quick. See if y'all got some more questions and concerns or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? How everybody feeling? I'm good. I'm well. Peace. Divine. Gang, we back again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What other questions, though? I was like, so yesterday, we had a lot of questions yesterday, man. A lot of people was trying to get a lot of questions in, so I'm like, well, let me dive back in real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Instagram cut me off. But it's all boo, though. We back going live for right now. You know what I'm saying? Love the pineapple ponytail. I appreciate it. I'm loving it, too. I appreciate it. What do you use for your skin? All right, so boom. So check this. I'm going to be honest with you, right? So what I use for my skin... is some rose water, and I just use like some shea butter. But look, I'm going to be honest with you. The reason my skin is looking like this right now is because I'm actually testing out a new product to go on my website, which is the Parasite elimination capsules, right? I'm working on a Parasite elimination capsules. And so with me working on it, of course, you know, I got to be the first test subject. You know what I mean? So the Parasite elimination capsules, I'm testing on myself. And as y'all can see, you know what I'm saying? And I am using a bathroom, you know, see a little whoop, some parasites and whatever the case may be, which is actually a beautiful thing. You know, some people may get disgusted by it. However, that's a beautiful thing. That means your body is in the process of healing and detoxing and getting rid of these this metabolic waste and these entities. Because y'all know I like to call the parasites entities because they smart. They're very intelligent. They know where to hide, how to hide, when to hide, so they will not be detected and so you can get rid of them. You know what I mean? So how to kick the sweet habit. Sweets, how to kick the habit. If you have a sweet tooth, or if you craving anything sweet, that means you have parasites. It's not you that's craving it. It's the parasites that's craving it, which is completely okay. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely get rid of it. You can definitely get rid of parasites. I know a lot of people they get thrown back and like parasites, it's okay. It's easy to get rid of parasites. So y'all know I talk about parasites a lot, you know what I'm saying, before I wasn't able to go live. But one thing about parasites is that, you know, they lay eggs, you know what I'm saying? And they lay over between hundreds and thousands of eggs. You know what I mean? So when I'm dealing with somebody that have parasites, or I would say like herpes, for an example, you know what I'm saying? The parasites is easy to get rid of. It's the eggs that are difficult to get rid of. You know, like I was telling y'all a few months ago when I was on live, you know, I was dealing with somebody that had parasites, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, well, herpes, but, you know, after like 35 days, you know, on the therapy package, you know, I never heard from her again. You know what I'm saying? But I heard from her like 2-3 months later telling me that her breakouts were 10 times worse. And I was explaining because once she was on a protocol, she was doing everything correctly. But what happened is that once she got off after 30, I think it was like 30 some days, I stopped hearing from her. And she told me that after she stopped hearing from me, it was because she wasn't seeing any more breakouts and she was passing a lot of parasites. So she felt like she was healed. So she went back eating meat and these dairies and things in that nature, not knowing and not understanding that what you did was you just pretty much reactivated the eggs and everything, the other parasites that was still passing through the body. You know what I mean? So to get rid of parasites, to do a parasite elimination, to keep it gangster with you, it has to go up to at least 60 to 90 days, depending on the case. You know what I'm saying? That all depends on the case, but organic free game. Yeah, it's an honor, bro. It's an honor. I appreciate you for reaching out and wanting to go live. I appreciate you for being a part of the community, because like I always say, without the community, there is no community. See. So you're vegan? Yeah, I'm vegan, 100%. What questions y'all got? How do you know you passing parasites? You see them in your stool or something? Yes, 100%. So when you know you're passing parasites, you see them in your stool. They can come out your eyes, they can come out your nose, they can come out, and this is by way of mucus. You know what I'm saying? You can cough them up by way of mucus, by way of the mucosal membrane response. Another thing is to know that you're passing parasites. You may not even see them in your stool, but what'll happen is that, you know, your face start clearing up, your acne start leaving. You know what I'm saying? Yeast, for women that deal with, you know, chronic yeast infections. You know what I'm saying? Your yeast, what is it? The fungi, the fungus start clearing up. You know what I'm saying? It's your cravings start decreasing. You're no longer craving sugar and salt. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that you can detect when you know that you're passing parasites. Let's see what else, y'all. Yeah, what they look like. I don't know what they look like. They just look, I don't know. They look like parasites. Longer it takes time for parasites to exit the head and organs and etc. Yeah, for that's a fact. It takes at least, I would say for me, I've dealt with multiple cases when it comes to parasites. So I've dealt with people that pass parasites in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You know what I'm saying? It all depends. A year, 100 days. You know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, like I said, we ain't gonna be in here too long. I just wanted to tap back in with y'all to see what was going on. I know that yesterday, you know, it was like a little test run, but we went ahead and dived in since I was able to go back live. And so, you know, I know it was a lot of questions yesterday. So y'all tap in. You know, if y'all had questions yesterday, go ahead and put them back in the question box. If you want to join me on the live, you can. Just be very time sensitive, because Instagram is only giving me an hour for right now. How do I join the program? What program are you talking about? Is it 60 to 90 days, even if you are healing from a virus? It all depends. It all depends on what virus you're talking about. Because if you're healing from, damn, I didn't mean to click that. I use the NAMA though, by the way. I use the NAMA J2. You can actually click my link in my bio and use my discount code and you can get some money off. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But nah, so 60 to 90 days of healing from any virus, it all depends on what virus you're speaking about. You know what I'm saying? It all depends, you know, because of course HIV would be a little longer. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the severe case of herpes, it could be a bit longer. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with rheumatoid arthritis, you know what I mean? We're trying to cultivate back up the mucosa membrane. You know what I mean? So it all depends. It all depends. What do you think about Dr. Sebi? Dr. Sebi was a great teacher. That's what I think about Dr. Sebi, man. May peace be upon him and his soul, and I pray that he's been guided through his transition. Does intermittent fasting get rid of parasites? It can, yeah, for sure. But the thing is that if you're doing that, you can't still be eating things that feed the parasites, like gluten, total carbohydrate, sugars, complex sugars, complex salt. If you're fasting or eating once a day or eating once every other day, you still can't be eating dairy and complex proteins and meats, because these are the things that feed the parasites. These are the things that keep the parasites thriving based off the zinc that's in all of these things, in the complex proteins and etc. I mean, like, if you're not healing from anything, will it be faster to pass a virus? I'm not understanding your question, Tori Evolving. Because if you have a virus, then that's your body out of dis-ease, right? That's still a disease. That's your body out of dis-ease. It's out of ease. So regardless of virus, that's, you still have to, you know, your body still is healing something. So I'm not really understanding your question. See what else y'all talking about, man. What's up, man? Drop them questions, man. Do you sleep with your head pointing north? Hey, yo. Hey, you know what's crazy? I just heard about that. I just learned that the other day. About sleeping north. Like, whatever direction you sleep in, your cells inside of your body is going to automatically point to north. And I realized that with me laying down north, I actually do rest a lot deeper, and I have a lot more a lot more vivid dreams. You know what I'm saying? I like to call my dreams journeys. But yeah, when I sleep north, when I'm more intentional on making sure that my body is facing north, my journeys are a lot more vivid. So yeah. And for those that don't know, you know, north is pretty much the magnetic blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So whatever direction you sleep in, whatever direction you rest in, you know, your cells and your atoms inside of your body is going to always point north. Even when a baby, right? It's a reason why whatever position you put your child in to rest for the night, it's a reason why they move around all the time. Is because their body, while they're resting, is constantly trying to find the direction of north, right? Because of course it's more comfortable. And like I said, if all your cells are pointing north, all your atoms are pointing north, that means you're being pulled north. You know what I mean? And so things can be uncomfortable after a while. And that's actually also interesting while I'm sitting here thinking about it, because now looking back on it, all the times, and I'm sure most people can agree, all the times where we'll lay down in our bed and we're constantly trying to find that comfortable spot. You know what I'm saying? And I've noticed that when I lay on the other end of my bed, which is actually pointing north, I can just lay down and I don't have to find that comfortable spot. I could just lay and I could just be comfortable. So, so yeah. Do you have suggestions for pituitary tumors? Yeah, 100%. You need to do a glymphatic cleanse. You need to do a lymphatic cleanse and a glymphatic cleanse. A glymphatic cleanse is the brain. The lymphatic is pretty much you know, below the head. So you need to do a gut cleanse, a gut detox, a glymphatic, you know, a kidney cleanse. And pretty much you need astringent herbs to pull those mutating cells. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you also need to do a parasite, because that's pretty much all that is. It's so many parasites, but it's still a parasite. It's a parasite that is eating away at the mucosal membrane. You know, the glymphocytes and all of those things, that pretty much what the mucosal membrane is made up of. So, and of course, it's eating at your red blood cells as well. So you got to do a parasite cleanse, glymphatic cleanse, you know, cleanse the gut, cleanse the kidneys. I do have general products on my website. You can go to thebloodthatheals.com. You can get the Super Mover 1 and 2. You can get the kidney filtration tea. You can get the parasite elimination tincture, and you can get the probiotic tea. Those things will definitely help. But of course, when it comes to tumors, I do advise booking a consultation or emailing me and purchasing a personal package so you can get some teas, some real astringent herbs that's going to break that tumor and break those the agglomeration of you know, the tumor, you know, what is it, the crystallized mucus, because that's all a tumor is. It's a crystallized mucus. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is that that mucus covers that cell. And what happens is that cell then breaks off and mutate all again. And then then what happens is it activates the mucosal membrane even more, sending out more mucus to cover that acidic cell. And then what happens is that mucus then agglomerate and it connects with each other, and it just becomes a big crystallized dying cell, pretty much full of parasites. You know what I mean? So again, what is that? Eyebrow 22. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to take care of that, whoever that is, I don't know if that's you, I don't know if that's a family member or friend, but I do advise, booking a consultation or emailing me so you can get a personal package, because that tumor can then turn into cancer, and that could be very deadly. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens is that when these parasites get big enough for the blood cells and of the actual cell that's mutating, that parasite then goes out and it mates with another parasite. And this is where you will hear, oh, the cancer has spread it, or the tumor has spread it, because this parasite now has pretty much, infested one cell, moved out into another cell to pretty much mate with another parasite. And now these parasites is laying eggs. These eggs are hatching and still eating away at your blood cells. And what's inside of your blood cell, the main food of these parasites is oxygen and iron phosphate. This is why a lot of women, if you have iron problems and you get cold and anemic and things in that nature, you have also parasites that are eating away at your blood cells, because again, the main food for parasites is iron phosphate and oxygen. So eyebrow 22, I highly advise contacting me as soon as possible so we can get you or a family member, we can get y'all right. Tori evolving, damn, will it be faster if you're not healing from a virus? Oh yeah, 100%. If you're not healing from a virus, and you trying to pass parasites, yeah, but you also have to understand that parasites are viruses. You know what I'm saying? The only way to have parasites is if there is a virus inside of your body. What's probably going on is that the white blood cells or the mucosal membrane response is just not picking up that virus, and it's not creating those antibodies to get rid of the antigens. You know what I mean? So if you have parasites, you have some kind of virus inside of you, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's just pretty much your immune system, which is nothing but your lymphatic system, pretty much working, to keep that suppressed and to do its best to eliminate, because we all know that the body was created to heal itself. So, yeah, to answer your question, yeah, if you don't have like a serious known virus or, a virus that's expressing itself, then yeah, 100%. But either way, man, healing is easy, man. It's all about the mind, though. It's all about the mind, your why, and how bad you really want to heal. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you go to my website, you know what I'm saying, that little scroll, the first thing you see is, are you willing to give up the people, places, and things that are making you sick? Your environment. Are you ready to give up the things that are making you sick? That's the key to healing. Is giving up the things that's making you sick. Because another thing is that when it comes to healing, a lot of people will think that, oh yeah, it's the herbs. Now, don't get me wrong. It is the herbs, right? It is the fruit juices, and it is the 2% that you're adding to your diet. However, the main course of healing is the 98% that you've eliminated. You know what I mean? So I pray I answered your question, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What are some good vitamins to start for a middle-aged man? I would say get some herbs. You have to understand the root and pretty much the etymology of vitamin, right? When you break down vitamin, it is talking about a vital minerals. You need vital minerals, right? That's all vitamins are, vital minerals. You know what I'm saying? So what I advise you to do is just get some herbs. For a middle-aged man, you can get my Jade Dragon. That has a lot of vital minerals in it. What else you could do? You could do my Super Mover 1 and 2 of my kidney filtration. That'll get you right. A nice little detox, Nothing too brazy, you know what I'm saying? A little woo-doo-woo. You know what I'm saying? What else y'all talking about over here? What did you eat today? I didn't eat anything today. I'm fasting. I'm on my 3rd day of fruit juice fasting, so I haven't eaten anything. Let me see what else y'all talking about, man. All right, let me go to the question box. Damn, I see a lot of questions. My bad, y'all. Tips for pre-diabetes. I would say cut out the complex sugars, cut out the complex salts. Start intaking. If you have a juicer, I hope you have a juicer. If not, I advise you to get one and start juicing. Start juicing melons, right? Start juicing melons and start juicing seeded grapes. That is very great for pre-diabetics. It'll level out that pancreas. And get the pancreas back up and running, to get the kidneys back filtrating through the system. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on? You just need that pancreas to start secreting those natural insulin. You know what I mean? Because that's the one thing you don't want to do is get on synthetic insulin, because that synthetic insulin is going to dry out your mucosal membrane. The synthetic insulin is going to dry out your mucosal membrane. It's going to dry out your nervous system. This is why a lot of diabetics, after a while of them taking synthetic insulin, what happens is they go back to the doctor and say, "Hey, doctor, I'm feeling numbing in my foot," right? And of course, we all know what the doctor is going to say. You know, the doctors are not they're not trained nor taught nor conditioned to heal anybody. So when you go to the doctor and say, as a diabetic, and you say, "Hey, I'm feeling numbness in my foot," what they're going to say, they'll say, "Well, it's time to cut it off." Well, it's not time to cut it off, because what's going on is that the synthetic salt is unraveling your nervous system. And of course, everything grows from the ground up. So what's going to start is your nervous system is going to start breaking down from the ground up, which means that your feet are going to start your nervous system is going to start breaking down in your feet. All you got to do is regenerate the nervous system and get off of those synthetic salt, especially the synthetic sugar. And so I know also a lot of diabetics, they say they shouldn't have sugar. So what about the fruits? You got to understand that we've been programmed to believe that we're not supposed to be eating no kind of sugar, or overdosing in a way of no kind of sugar. No, the sugar that we're not supposed to be naturally consuming is complex sugar, which is table sugar, processed sugar cane that has been processed, right? You have to understand that sugar is literally one molecule away from cocaine. It is literally in the same family as cocaine. A majority of sugar comes from what? The sugar cane. Now you have cocaine, right? The real sugar that you're supposed to be consuming is the fructose and the glucose that comes from fruits and vegetables. And so when you're intaking these fruits and you're trying to level that pancreas back out, and you're a pre-diabetic or you're a diabetic or whatever the case may be, your pancreas is going to level back out when you're intaking these natural sugars, because guess what? These natural sugars no longer need a salt compound to enter the blood system, to enter the blood cells, to convert into ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate, which is just natural energy for the body, right? It doesn't need a salt compound. It'll instantly penetrate the blood cell. So that means that your pancreas is going to be able to detox and get cleansed out, and it's going to be back up and running to where, whenever you need it. So that's pretty much all that's going on with diabetics and, pre-diabetics. So I advise you, get off the meats, get off the dairies, get off the complex proteins, get off the complex sugars, get off the complex salts, start juicing. You know what I'm saying? Start juicing some natural fruits, man. You're going to get right. You're going to be right. You're going to get right. Damn, that's a lot of comments. Damn, I'm over here tripping. All right, let me go back in the question box real quick, y'all. Yeah, melons and seeded grapes. And when you do the melons and seeded grapes, do not mix them. You know what I'm saying? Only do melons. If you're going to juice the melons and keep the seeded grapes completely different, because also... melons break down completely different. But it's that toxic energy from them people. I don't know what you're talking about. Cannabis got me so sick yesterday out of nowhere. I had symptoms. Yeah, because that cannabis spray with a lot of chemicals, man. I got to be careful with that. I'm not against smoking cannabis at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against it. You know what I'm saying? But, I am an advocate for growing your own. I will say that. Is it okay to take while breastfeeding? I do not advise taking any herbs while breastfeeding unless you have cleansed yourself and unless you're trying to cleanse your baby. right? If you're cleansing yourself and still breastfeeding, that is the worst thing to do, because all of these poisons and these toxins are coming out into your breast milk, and your baby is now getting that. So I would advise either take the herbs after breastfeeding or cleanse yourself, go on like a 60-day cleanse real quick, cleanse yourself. And now your baby can start getting those vital minerals and the vital nutrients through the breast milk as well. All right, for sure. Let me jump back in these question box, man. Y'all asking a lot of questions, man. What about agave? I use agave. Agave is bull. Agave is bull. You just want to make sure that it's not processed, because a lot of agave today is highly processed. You can also do date syrup, and you could do manuka honey. I know the vegan community probably gonna try to get on my top about that, but manuka honey comes from a tree. So yeah, manuka honey is pretty bull too, and it's high in antioxidants as well. So, you know what I'm saying? The way all the information just flows, God damn. Oh, I breathe. Trust me, I breathe. Let me see what else y'all talking about. All right, for sure. So let me see. It's a lot of questions. God damn. I bet for sure. It's like 40 questions. I bet. Let me see. Let's jump into these questions before this hour. We ain't gonna be here too long, y'all. So if the live cut off, I'm gonna post a live. But I ain't gonna be on here too long. I just want to tap back in with y'all. I may go back brazy tomorrow. I got y'all. Do you ever host healing retreats? Yes, I'm getting a retreat. I'm getting a retreat together now. Gonna be sometime in March and April. Will it reverse diabetes? Yes, it will reverse diabetes. 100%. All you're doing when you're reversing diabetes, all you're doing is cleansing the pancreas and getting the pancreas back up and running. That is it. That is the only reason why the doctors may be saying that you are, pre-diabetic or you have diabetes, because your pancreas is not releasing insulin, which is a salt compound. So they give you synthetic salt. Have you been successful finding organic seeded grapes? Oh, no, most definitely not. However, right, I'm going to be honest with you. I have not been successful with finding organic seeded grapes, and I highly doubt that, it'll be that. However, I do find seeded grapes. What I do is that I clean my fruits, though. I soak my fruits in cold water, pink Himalayan sea salt, apple cider vinegar, and baking soda, and I soak them for a while. You know what I'm saying? To do the best that I can. You know what I mean? To do the best I can. But I am an advocate for, no matter if they're organic or not, I am an advocate, do the best that you can to find seeded fruit, period. Because at the end of the day, all fruit is supposed to reproduce. If your fruit does not have seeds and it is not able to reproduce, I do not advise eating it, because at that point it is GMO. And of course we know GMO will infiltrate the blood cells and the DNA, the deoxyribose nucleic acid. So yeah, I do advise, if you can find organic or non-organic, just at least make sure your fruits is seeded. I do eat the seeds. I do eat the seeds, especially grape seeds. Grape seeds is very good. You can actually take those grape seeds and you can grind them up as powder. Shh. Don't tell nobody. You can grind the grape seed up, right? And you can make powder, and you can put them in capsules. And you can give them to cancer patients, and it'll get rid of all tumors and all cancer. Shh. We gotta make sure ain't nobody listening. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But listen. Shh. Don't tell nobody. Just keep this between me and you. I keep it between me and you. Tell nobody. All right, let's see. Let's see what other questions y'all got. What other questions y'all got? So yeah, I do eat the grape seeds. For sure. I do eat the grape seeds. Grape seeds. Eat the grape seeds. And don't just swallow the grape seeds. You gotta chew them. It's the same as the papaya seeds. When you can use papaya seeds as a natural parasite cleanse. And so I know a lot of people, well, some people that I've talked to about this, they say they just swallow the papaya seeds, and you cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to chew the papaya seeds, because once you chew them, right, you get all those antioxidants and the minerals and the bioprotein, the vital minerals and the biophotons out of it, and it start breaking it down. You know how it's supposed. Because when you swallow, if you just swallow grape seeds, or if you just swallowing papaya seeds, it's going to come out the same way it came in. I'm just keeping it gangster with you. Let me see what other questions y'all got, man. Let me see, man. It's a lot of questions, man. Let me see. So y'all answered that. Let me I ain't mean to do that. I just answered that one. Do you have to go only fruit while taking the capsules, or can you continue eating normally? It depends on what your normally is. If you're eating like meats and dairies, like, listen, you can do what you want while on the herbs. All right. You can do what you want while on the herbs. However, I'm just here to give you the information. All right. I can explain it for you, but I cannot understand it for you. You can eat whatever you want while you're on any herbs. However, what I advise, especially if you're getting packages or large amounts of herbs and you're trying to cleanse and detox, I advise taking the herbs and doing fruits. The reason why I say fruits is because fruits cleanse the body. If you feel like your body is cleansing too fast, you can start taking green juices, or you can eat a salad. These vegetables does what? They rebuild the body. So if they're rebuilding the body, that means they're going to slow down your healing and detoxification. You know what I mean? So you can eat whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? While on the herbs, I'm just here to, you know what I mean, give you the information. Let me see what other questions y'all got, man. I need a Zoom meeting. Look, you can just book a consultation with me. We ain't got to make no Zoom link. You could just book a consultation with me. We can go brazy. We can indulge and elaborate and conversate. I am battling 2 STDs. I need your help. That ain't nothing but parasites, man. That's it. You just got to cleanse. And you look like a guy. You like a king. So, yeah, King Chatty, bro. All you got to do is do a parasite cleanse, man. That's it. If you want, you can either, like I said, you can email me, book a consultation, or you can go on my website for the King Chatty. If you're dealing with 2 STDs, you can go on my website. You can get my parasite elimination tincture, and you can get my probiotic tea. My probiotic tea is literally specialized and specifically created for worms, parasites, STDs, and all other viral loads. Now, if you want a package, you can holler at me, or you can get with the probiotic tea. You can get the kidney filtration tea. You can get the Super Mover 1 and 2. The reason why I always advocate for the Super Mover 1 and 2 is because the Super Mover 1 and 2 cleanse the lymphatic system and the gut. Remember, to heal anything, you have to cleanse the gut, right? And the lymphatic system. But after the lymphatic system and the gut, you have to cleanse the kidneys. Why? The kidneys are the filtration system of the body. Everything has to go through the kidneys to get filtered out, right? So I pray I answered your question, King Chatty, who's dealing with 2 STDs. Holla at me or go on the website. I got you. Let's see. Is gluten bad for you? That is a great question. Yes, it is bad for you. You have to understand, look at the root word of gluten. It means glue. It means to glue things together. It glue and clumps cells together. And that's where, you get different diseases and different parasites that accumulate, because once that gluten clumps those cells together, it putrefies, it ferments, and that's where yeast come from. That's where fungus come from. And from there, if you have fungus, if you have yeast, you have parasites. Bada boom, bada bing. I pray I answered your question, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else y'all talk about, man. I'm trying to hear. Listen, if I'm talking too fast, please forgive me. Like I said, Instagram is only giving me an hour to go live up until February 21st. So I'm just trying to get through all these questions, y'all. So forgive me. How about women with BV or yeast infections? I just answered that question, Yanni. BV or yeast infections. It is nothing but parasites, nothing but fungus. You go on my website, thebloodthatheals.com. I think, as a matter of fact, I think the discount code, I think, is Heal Deal. The discount code is still up and running. I'm gonna pin the discount code. You can get on my website right now. I think that it was up yesterday only for 24 hours. So I think it ends at like 10 or 9 or 10 tonight. Eastern Standard Time as well. So yeah, if y'all want to go get some stuff off the website, I definitely advise you getting it with the discount code. So yeah, BV and yeast infections, nothing but fungus, parasites. Gotta cleanse, probiotic tea, parasite elimination tincture. You can also get the black tigers. I know a lot of women get the black tigers because it promotes vaginal wetness, but it also breaks down tumors, cysts. It also eliminate it do a lot of things, man. It do a balance hormones to get the glandular highway back in whack, back intact. Anyways, to help boost pregnancy. Are you talking about infertility? Yes, you can get my black tigers. My black tigers definitely does that. What about yeast overgrowth or BV? I just answered that, y'all. That girl, Ricky. I pray I just answered the question, though, about BV and yeast infections. I pray I just answered that question. Let me see. All right, let me go over here. Let me go to the question box real quick. Let's see. What do you suggest my 60-day cleanse should consist of? Herbs and fruit, 100%. You hit it on the nail. Easy breezy, beautiful thugger girl. My mom has hypothyroidism and was just told she has a blood disorder. All your mom have to do is hypothyroidism. She has to get some herbs, do a cleanse, and get some herbs, some astringent herbs, and some herbs that's going to cleanse out that glandular highway, because there's the disconnect by way of the neurotransmitters and how they communicate by way of the thyroids and the parathyroids and the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus gland. So your mom need to cleanse the glandular highway. The glandular highway is also the ladder, the Jacob's ladder, right? The 7 chakras. You know what I'm saying? The 7 main chakras, as I would say. So your mom need to cleanse. Who is that? Miss Creativity. You know, you could book a consultation. You could email me, or you can get some general products on my website. Explain your tea. Do we need tea bags? You do not need tea bags for my tea. Well, at least for the new tea. Y'all know I just redid my entire website, the everything. You know what I'm saying? So the new tea that is on the website now, you do not need tea bags. It's already in tea bags, ready to go. And of course, I do advise following the directions as well. You know, letting it simmer, then bring it to a boil, let it soak, and then bring it back to a boil, let it simmer, and then drink. You want to make sure that all the minerals, the vitamin minerals, the biophotons, and everything is being astringent and poured out of those herbs. I think we only got a few more minutes, y'all. So I'm trying to get through these questions. Oh yeah, becoming supernatural is definitely a part. What other questions y'all got? Let me see the questions. I just answered that one. Is eating whole cloves of garlic helpful in your opinion? I do not agree with garlic. I do not agree with garlic. I would say one thing you can replace for garlic, especially when cooking, you can use shallots. Shallots is a great replacement for garlic. Although for some people, garlic may do them wonders, but I would say for myself and a lot of individuals that look like me, garlic is not feasible. Black vegan man, what's popping, God? What's popping, buddy? Let's see. What other questions? Let me go to these questions real quick. How long do you suggest taking the black tigers for? I would say take it until all the capsules are gone. You will be taking, I believe it's 4 a day. So you're going to be taking two in the rising, two in the evening. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be taking 4 a day. So I think maybe about 21 to maybe almost 30 days. And of course, I do advise drinking a lot of water. That's one thing that's on all my capsules. And majority of all my my herbs, it has recommendation of at least drinking half a gallon of spring water when you're on these herbs, or at least 80% fruits and 20% vegetables. The reason why I say 20% vegetables, because of course there may be some individuals that may be healing too fast and it can be detrimental. So of course taking those vegetables will slow down the healing process. You know what I'm saying? Because again, fruits cleanse, vegetables rebuild. All right. Let me see what other questions y'all got over here. Anything natural to get rid of unwanted pregnancy? Yes, you can eat an unripe papaya and you can eat the unripe papaya seeds. You can do the papaya, again, unwanted pregnancy, ripe papaya seeds, and you could do neem leaf, neem oil, neem powder. That is great. That is great for that. Excuse me. See what else y'all got. Natural ways for short-term memory loss or multiple sclerosis. Those are parasites. Those are parasites in your brain. Your lymphatic system is drying up. There's not enough mucosal membrane inside of your brain that is keeping your brain. And there's also not a lot of water content inside of your brain. So your brain is literally drying up. You need to hydrate. You need more fruit juices. You need to cleanse the lymphatic system. Now, when you cleanse the lymphatic system, you also have to cleanse the lymphatic system as well. These both play hand in hand because your lymphatic system goes throughout your entire body. All right, so you got to cleanse the lymphatic system. Get on some herbs. You get on some nervous system herbs. I got a tincture for the brain and nerve. And of course, if you need anything, a personal package or whatever, book a consultation with me, or you can email me. And we can conversate, we can build, we can conversate and go there. Hey, dear, can you help me with $1? Yeah, I can help you with $1. I could do that. I can. Let's see. What do you suggest I do for quitting a bad habit, replacing it with a good habit? That's what I advise you to do. It's the reason why most people do not stick to certain things for a long period of time and say they need to cut this out, is because it becomes a habit. You have to replace that habit with a good habit. That's all you have to do. Good iron supplements. Talk about your tea. Do we need bags? No, you do not need bags for my tea. My tea already come in cotton, 100% cotton bags. The reason why they don't come in plastic bags is because that hot water breaks down those plastics, and they're a plastic, it'd be plastic small particles that end up in your tea, and now you're also drinking plastic. All my teas come in 100% cotton bags. You do not need anything but to buy the tea and get some hot water and you good. What's a good iron supplement? I got some iron tea, but you got Jamaican and Mexican sarsaparilla. You got burdock root. You got elderberries. You got what else? It's a lot. I got an iron up tea on my website, thebloodthatheals.com. You can go brazy on that. The for those that's just tapping in, the discount code Heal Deal will only be up, I think, for like 5 more hours. So yeah. But as far as iron, I don't like to say supplements because supplements is nothing but isolated herbal chemicals. It's herbal compounds that has been isolated, that has been turned into chemicals. So you don't need supplements, you need herbs. I didn't get bags with my tea. You didn't get bags with your tea because that was probably the last time I from my last. So before I rebuilt and rebranded my website that you see now, that is probably why. It's a lot of things that I wasn't putting in bags because I was getting the new website ready. So if you need bags and if you got old orders from when I didn't revamp, before I revamped, then yeah, you would need bags. But right now, you do not need bags for any tea. If you go to my website now, you do not need any bags for your tea. It already comes in 100% cotton bags. Let me go to these questions, y'all. What is the honey called? It's called Manuka honey. Manuka honey. It comes from a tree. How about lymphoma, fatty, non-cancerous tissue that's around my brother, that's around my body because my mom had it? Fatty, non-cancerous tissue. What I advise doing is, of course, cleansing the body. It goes back to cleansing the body. A lot of those fatty tissues is nothing but mutating cells that have turned and combined with these tissues. So, of course, cleansing. You could do fruit juices. I do have. Do I have anything? All I have on my website as a general product is a super removal 1 and 2 for the fatty non-cancerous tissue. However, I do advise either emailing me or booking a consultation with me so we can dive more deep on that, so I can possibly create you something personal to break that down, because you need astringent herbs. You need astringent herbs to break that up. That's all you need. Hey, we got somebody from Australia. What's poppin'? How was bragging? Book recommendations. I did a lot of book recommendations yesterday when I was on live. So Solitude. If you want to go back to my live I did yesterday, I posted it on my page. So if you want to go back, I did do a few books over there. Let's see. Best way to brighten the white in my eyes. That is your liver. Right? If your eyes, if the white part of your eyes are not as bright or as white, that has something to do with your liver and your kidneys, right? So you need to do a cleanse. So of course I have a few things on my website that can help you cleanse, but also I would also email me if you can and purchase an eye wash that I created. This eye wash, you will have to actually, I can either make drops for you, or what you can do is you can take this eye wash and just get like you can go on Amazon and get like what is it? It's like an eye cup. Just type in eye cup or something like that. Eye wash cup, right? And you're going to get that and you're just going to put the eye wash in there and you're going to make sure that your eyes are open and you're just going to move it around so those herbs can get in that eye. But you definitely need to cleanse the liver and the kidneys, 100%. And of course, if you cleanse the kidneys, you got to cleanse the lymphatic system. What's your email? My email is thebloodthatheals@gmail.com. Let's see what other questions y'all got. I just answered that about the STDs. Herbs, herbs that are high in vitamins and minerals. So vitamins is the same as minerals, vital minerals. It's a lot of herbs, man. Burdock root, elderberries. You got sarsaparilla. You got slippery amber. You got dymania. You got what else? Macaroot. You have high in minerals. You got alfalfa leaf. You got black walnut hull. You got cloves. You have cat's claw. You have it's a lot of herbs that are high in minerals. A lot of herbs. What's good for hair growth? Hair growth is a part of your, if you're having issues with hair growth outside, that means you're having also issues with hair growth on the inside, which is called villus. Right? We have trillions of hair follicles inside of ourselves as well, which is called villus. So what we also know is that your hair is nothing but an extension of your nervous system. So if you're having hair issues, that means you're having nervous system issues as well. So you got to regenerate the nervous system, right? And also regenerate the mucosal membrane that is in the head, that is in the nervous system to help you grow hair. So first we have to do is we have to accumulate and help you grow hair from the inside first, and then grow hair from the outside, because that is how hair grow. So again, if you want to book a consultation, email me and we can get you a personal package. When did you become an entrepreneur? What was the first thing you started selling? I became an entrepreneur 8 years ago. My first business, I was a photographer. Right. And I was struggling. I was eating white rice and ketchup for dinner every single night. White rice was 10 cents. Ketchup was free at Chick-fil-A as a condiment. That's how bad I was struggling as an entrepreneur at first. This was about 8 years ago. So yeah, I was a photographer. Are you going to make sea moss capsules? Nah, I'm just selling dried sea moss. You know, just selling dried sea moss. All right, let's see what other questions. I'm gonna just keep going, y'all. I'm gonna keep going till Instagram shut me out. Y'all know I only got an hour. Absolutely. I started doing it about 6 months ago, and you do the rest better. Dreams are for sure more vivid. Facts. They even said babies, no matter how you lay them, they'll always find north. That's a fact. Maybe off topic, but what steps did you take on becoming a full-time entrepreneur? The steps I took for me becoming a full-time entrepreneur was I eliminated all security, right? I eliminated my plan B, C, D, E, F, G. I eliminated everything, and I made sure that my plan A would work. So once I had a job at Panera Bread, and I saved up enough money, to buy a camera, and I got my camera. And as soon as I bought my camera, I quit. That is why I was eating white rice and ketchup. Now, do I advise anybody doing that? No. I wouldn't say do that. I would say keep your job, you know what I'm saying? And build from there. Start making the same money that you were making on your job through your business first. And then, you can think about quitting your job. So I wouldn't advise quitting your job as soon as you start a business. However, that's just what I did. As soon as I bought my camera, I quit. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I just eliminated all security. I didn't want any security. I wanted nothing but sureness. Like, I'm going to succeed at this. And hey, that's what I did. So I pray I answered your question with that. Let's see. Can I get all the vitamins and minerals I need through just consuming gold sea moss? I would say this, right? If you're trying to rebuild the body, yes, 100%, because gold sea moss rebuilds the body. However, if you're trying to cleanse the body, I advise either getting purple sea moss or or green sea moss. I sell all three, by the way. So purple sea moss and green sea moss cleanse the body. Gold sea moss rebuilds the body. This is why a lot of people be having thyroid problems when they're just eating a whole lot of gold sea moss, because they haven't cleansed the body. However, I will say that all the sea moss, green, gold, or purple, they have similar to probably the same amount of minerals, right? It's just, they just break down and they do different things inside the body. So if you're trying to cleanse the body with the minerals, purple sea moss and green sea moss. But if you're just trying to build the body up and gain muscle and get all, the extra whoop-de-whoops and the bloop-de-bloops, the gold sea moss will get you right. You feel me? Is your products organic? All my products are organic and wild crafted. 100%. My sea moss comes from St. Lucia, the Caribbeans. And all my herbs come from its origin state as well. So to all my herbalists as well, you want to make sure that you have you're very knowledgeable on where your herbs come from. The reason being is because depending on where your herbs come from, this will also depend on the potency. For an example, let's say let's just say a burdock root is naturally grown in West Africa, right? But you're getting burdock root from China. You have to understand that China has a different sun, right? China has different soil. China has different water than the original and the origin of where this herb may have grown. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be as astringent and as powerful as an herb that's coming from its origin. So yes, all my herbs are organic, they're natural, and they're wild crafted, 100%. If they didn't, they damn sure wouldn't be working. I promise you that. I think on my website, I only got like 1-2 review. And that's because the tea was disgusting. She said the tea was disgusting. That was it. That was the only reason why she put a 2-star review on one of the teas. Other than that, every review is 5 stars. You can go to my website right now, thebloodthatheals.com, and check it out. Yes, sirree. All right, y'all, let me see what else y'all got going on. Let me answer some more questions real quickly. Split, you feel me? Word to my mother, you know what I mean? What going on out here, you know what I'm saying? All right, let me see. Do you grind your grape seeds in a mortar and pestle? Is powder form better? So I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. I either eat my grape seeds or I save them. So when I get on some land, I can have an abundance of grapes. However, with the grape seeds, I will say powder form can be a lot better, 100%. You can use a coffee grinder. You can use the mortar and pestle. You can do all of that good stuff. See what else y'all got. Y'all ain't got no more questions, man. What's going on? Y'all getting up out of here? Man. Let's sit, man. Drop some numbers real quick. Let me see somebody. Drop some numbers, y'all. Drop some numbers. Let me make sure everybody's still copacetic. I just want to double check it real quick. Drop some numbers. Instagram finna get me up out of here soon, y'all. Let me see what other questions y'all got. And if y'all got questions, put the questions in the question box. Put the questions in the question box real quick, man. I got some questions. So I can be able to tap in with y'all. Yeah, I got 2 minutes, y'all. Instagram, man. Y'all be on that bullshit, dog. I got 2 minutes, y'all. Got 2 minutes. Y'all want some? I bet I appreciate the numbers for sure. I appreciate the numbers. Gratitude. Yes, sir. I just wanted to make sure y'all was paying attention. You know, nigga just want to double check it real quick. You know, keep everything copacetic. You know what I'm saying? I got a minute and a half. What other questions y'all got, y'all? Do you have anything to help with thyroids? Yes, I do. I don't have any general products. I would say the only thing, so the thyroid and the parathyroid is dealing with the glandular highway once again. right? You got to cleanse the glandular highway. The first step to cleansing the glandular highway is cleansing the gut, the lymphatic system, and the kidneys, especially the adrenals that sit on top of the kidneys that help with filtration. So yes, my super removal 1 and 2, my kidney filtration tea. If it's pretty severe, if the thyroid problems is pretty severe, I do advise booking a consultation with me or emailing me, please. What is this? Somebody asked me a question about psychedelics. You take psychedelics. I haven't taken psychedelics in a while, but I am an advocate for that 100%. Am I an advocate for doing it on recreational? No, I would say if you're taking psychedelics, I would say make sure that you're setting intentions and making sure that the intentions are for spiritual reasons, and not just doing it just for the hell of it. You need to write a book. I am writing a book. I got you. I got plenty of books coming out. I'm working on an app right now so we can get off this Instagram.